This is a guy who I sometimes take a look at. His name is Paul Craig Roberts. He used to be, I think, Assistant Secretary of the Treasury under Reagan, and has come to the point of disbelieving a lot of things that most conventional people believe. He talks about 9/11 as an inside job. We have the COVID pandemic as an inside job. He talks about a lot of these things. He talks about the real issues that are happening in the Ukraine and keeps wondering why Putin and the Russians are making such bad decisions. And I would love to talk to him about that at some point, because I think I can explain exactly why that's happening. But the issue that I'm talking about today is, as people know, there was a recent congressional testimony, and here's what Paul Roberts said about this. Folks, this is a big deal. In a recent testimony, Robert Redfield, who was director of the Center for Disease Control during the COVID pandemic, told Congress that Dr. Fauci financed the gain-of-function research that made the virus so contagious. The virus was not natural and engineered in a lab, and that Fauci excluded him from meetings and decisions because he, Redfield, was disturbed about what was going on. There is no doubt of Fauci's guilt, but with Democrats controlling the White House and Senate, Fauci cannot be held accountable. The mass murderer is free, while Trump supporters who attended a rally are in prison. This is what a Democrat rule means. Americans who vote Democrat vote for a Third Reich regimen. So Mr. Roberts is always complaining about how duped and stupid the American people are. He uses a different word than that. And it's just ironic that after all his complaints about COVID being an inside job and the pandemic that wasn't, he would believe the former director of the Center for Disease Control saying that this, quote, virus was made so, quote, contagious because of gain-of-function research. And I guarantee that Mr. Roberts has no idea exactly what was done to make this, quote, virus so, quote, contagious, and could not explain to anybody that there is such a virus and why he would believe this Dr. Redfield and all the other people and the Republicans and anybody else who's claiming such a thing, when the reality is far worse, that all of these people were in on this hoax, this farce. And the real story, which apparently he's missing, is there is no virus.